this is Amy with Flower Moxie, and I'm doing an unboxing of Orange Nectar ready-made bouquets and centerpieces. So this is how they come. They're very tired. Go ahead and get off the wrapping. So they just shipped in this morning, and it's Tuesday, and we're using these for the shoot on Thursday. So the pictures are these. Now, when you get them, know that they're going to be disappointing. I've got my hydration vases right here, and you can find stuff like this very inexpensively at the dollar store or Walmart for like $1 or $2 a piece. And I've got some flower food packets. This isn't mandatory, but when something has shipped in, I like to put a little bit in here. Keeps the bacteria low in the water, gives the flowers some sugar to help perk them up. And so I don't have enough water in here to put the whole packet in there, so I'm just giving it a little something. So this one's the large. And know that they come in looking very tight, and that's for a reason. You're probably gonna get these about 3 to 4 days before your wedding. And that's a good thing because they're so fresh, they need to blow out. They're made directly at the farm. This farm is in Ecuador. I visited all of the farms. This farm is incredible. Like, not only are the people wonderful, the ownership is incredible. They just do a lot for that community. Very excellent working environment. So if you're ever concerned about that, like I was, know that I was there, and it's incredible. I would love to live and work there, to be honest, because they pick you up, take you to work. There's free childcare on site, and they feed you breakfast and lunch, and those breakfasts and lunches are incredible. Okay, so we're going to cut and hydrate. Now, the farm ships them very, very long. As a wedding planner and as a wedding florist, I don't want my stems this long because you can't move easily with that bouquet. So for hydration purposes, I'm gonna cut off about 4 inches. And then after I finish these off, I'd probably cut them off shorter before I handed them off to my client, and that's as a florist. That's my own personal opinion. So just gonna come through. Give these a fresh cut, put it in my hydration vase with a little bit of food in it, and let it relax. Now, you can see this one has cremones and it has netting on it. You can remove this. This is only for shipping purposes because you don't want these petals to get all whopper-jawed, as my mom would say. Now, know that when it comes to these roses, they're gonna have guard petals and they're not gonna look awesome. Oh, this ranunculus, I mean, come on. It's like multicolored. I have some closed carnations. They're probably gonna fluff up on their own, but know with carnations, you can manhandle them by bringing in your thumb and pushing them open. But overall, this is just pretty smush. This is how we expected it to be, so I'm not worried. It's going to look amazing in a day. Now in the photo shoot, you're gonna see we'll take photos of this as it comes, but I already, I know brides. I've done over 800 weddings, so I'm just gonna be bold and say I'm an expert. I know that couples love to customize. So if this is almost it, but not quite because it doesn't have that one flower in it, buy the flower in Backfill. I'm telling you that these ready-mades are everything because the work is done for you. So even if you love this and you're like, yeah, but I just really want it to have those free spirit roses, buy the free spirit roses and Backfill. It takes nothing to take a ready-made bouquet and add a few flowers to it. So that's what I keep preaching on. And I really want to push DIYers to this, and even florists. Callie and I, who have both been professional florists, were like, I would have bought these for my wedding and just backfilled, like for the weddings that we worked, just because it would save so much time as a florist, and everything's already cleaned and ready to go. And I mean, as far as a florist, like, time is money. So there's no harm in buying something that is already has such beautiful construction and florals added to it. So this would be our medium size. This is our large. I think the medium works great for a centerpiece, and the small I think is great for a bridesmaid. So these carns are really closed. Again, we'll come in and manually open those in a day or so. But in the shoot, we're shooting them, like I said, 2 different ways, because I want you to see that it can really change the vibe if you add a little bit to it. I just love how the stems are already cleaned for me. Like, I spend so much time doing this. And I think especially as a DIYer, time is of essence, because you're not gonna have a lot of time the week of your wedding like you would a normal week. Okay, I freaking love this color. Like, orange isn't typically like my favorite go-to color because I don't look good in it wearing it, so I don't think about the color a lot. But this is going to photograph beautifully, and I can't wait to see the outcome. So I'm just raising these ranunculus up, giving them some breathing room, knowing that these roses are gonna open, knowing that I'm gonna need to come in, pluck off a few guard petals, and I might backfill with a few bits and bobs, but they're beautiful, great price point, highly recommend. And this ready-made bouquet is actually ready to go. You could clean it up a little bit, pull off any guard petals. I have to do this on all the ready-mades because they still need to be shipped with guard petals. And you can make some adjustments and just walk down the aisle with it. But if it's not exactly what you want, but close to what you want, you can zhuzh it and backfill, and that's what we're going to do today. And I wanna make these videos for all of our ready-mades just to show you how pliable they are in terms of changing them up, because I know if I just told you like you could add flowers and make it custom to exactly what you wanted, that might not make sense to you, but I want to show you how easy it is. And the reason why I'm pushing these ready-mades is because it's going to save you as a DIYer so much time, and the price point's fantastic. So right now I'm just making some adjustments, like moving some things around. I'm stacking this bouquet and making it front loaded. So when it comes in, it's more just roundy moundy, 360. But I personally, as a florist, don't like to hand off bouquets like that. I want it to have a front and a back. That way the client can lay it down, and then it gives the flowers more face and more show, and then it fits against the body better than if it was like completely round. So I'm making these adjustments first, and I'm gonna add to this bouquet. So what we have today are some mother of pearl roses. We have some peach, actually these are more coral ranunculus. They're kind of peachy, and then I have some peach stock. So this was just kind of designer's choice. Like, this orange is great on its own, but I really loved the terracotta carnations that they put into this bouquet, and I think I want to just augment them a bit. So what I'm doing is lowering these down, and I'm getting kind of my placement happening, the general formation. Try not to open mouth breathe. It's like allergy season right now, so my head is all stopped up. Okay, let's see how this looks. Got a little bit of weirdness. I'm gonna fix that hole by adding this one. So sometimes you gotta lay it down, and that's okay. Just whatever works for your hand. Like, I have muscle memory of holding a bouquet, but you might not have that. So if you just need to lay this down, that's okay too. Okay, let's add these extras. So I've got this peach stock. Peach stock, this color in particular, I feel like it's the worst about the lower buds going chewy. And what I mean by that is the lower buds sometimes just look rough quickly. I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna try experiment. So I've got a lot of the placement where I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it all to the same length. This might be easier for DIYers. I'm gonna put it in this vase. I think I need a bigger vase to do this, but I'm going to try. We're not worried about the formation. We're placing the flowers where we want them to go. Because I feel like if my hand is sore, but I've been doing this all day, it might feel awkward for you. And if we just place this in a vase, I can hand place it, pick it back up, and make those adjustments. So the heights aren't going to be correct. Like, we'll need to tweak it. But this way, this might be really, I might be onto something. Okay, because mainly we're just seeing like, where's the best place for this flower to go? Mother of Pearl is probably my favorite, probably one of my favorite roses. And one of the reasons is it can be a chameleon, and I love that, is the colors go really nice with blush, it can go nice with peach, and then I really feel like it's working very well with this orange because it has some of these golden tones in it, so huge fan. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Let's go ahead and add these ranunculus. Okay, this is getting a bit compact. Let me find a larger vase. I swear this theory works. Okay, I needed a bigger vase. Okay, not freaking out about the replacement as far as that everything looks out of whack. Or formation, I'm focused on just the placement of getting the flowers where I want them. I've got a lot of flowers that are sunken down too far. That's okay. This is just a little technique, especially when you're new and you don't have that muscle memory and your hands are cramping and you're tired and cranky. That is me today. Callie's like, I know, go home. Okay. See if we can add the stalk. So remember, when it comes to stalk, the bottom blooms bud first. And so they're gonna be the first to die. So you're just gonna have to pinch those off, but the tops are always nice. Okay, last one. So we took a bouquet that was beautiful in its own right, ready-made, ready to go, and we're just giving it a little bit of a glow up to personalize it, which I knew that one went in too easy. All right, let's see if my theory worked. All right, it's definitely a rat's nest. Nothing is going in the right direction. Okay, I'm gonna work on that, hold on. If I see like any stems that are really like cross-threaded, I'm going to adjust them. It's not a perfect spiral, but it's not bad. Okay, now I'm gonna look in the mirror and adjust this. Okay, we're almost there. Just because my hands are a little crampy, I'm going to put a zip tie on this very loosely. This is just going to act as my hand so I can completely loosen my grip and I can start adjusting these flowers. So I can sit and tweak on this forever. At some point you just have to stop. I think at this point you get the point. I think that we're about 10 minutes in, and this is what it took to build this from start to finish because it came already made. So it was just adding and tweaking and getting the placement that I like. And so you can always lay this down and start from scratch. The stems are already clean. It's not going to take that much longer to pick these up and build it in a spiral method. But this is already ready to go. It's very price price friendly. And so you're going to be paying the same amount for a ready-made where the work's already done for you as you would just starting from scratch, like a package where you have to get raw flowers and process them. These have already been trimmed up for you. So, okay, gonna go ahead and bring this to a stopping point, tighten this zip tie, and call it a day. This one I think is gonna photograph probably the best out of the lot just because of the vibrancy of it. It always just looks really strikingly beautiful in photos. I'm gonna trim these stems up, cut off the nub of the zip tie, and we're gonna go ahead and call it. So I added just a handful of stems, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 mother of pearls, about 4 ranunculus, and then about 4 pieces of stock. So we got a lot for our money with this one. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Thank you.